Problem number 25. In this problem, we will talk about the genetically modified plants. So particularly we will talk about the key points against the use of genetically modified plants in the field of agriculture. This is actually a problem of European and of other countries, not an issue of America, because they have totally accepted the genetically modified crops. लेकिन जिन जिन कंट्री में एथिकल इश्यूज या व्यू पॉइंट्स हैं रिगार्डिंग अगेंस्ट जेनेटिकली मॉडिफाइड क्रॉप्स, उनको हम इंटरनेशनल लेवल पे 4 कैटेगरीज में फॉल करते हैं. सो द की पॉइंट्स अगेंस्ट द यूज ऑफ जेनेटिकली मॉडिफाइड क्रॉप्स fall into 4 categories. First category are the intrinsic ethical objections. Now what are these? Moving genes between the organism is ethically intrinsically wrong. Now these are the people or group of people or the community who don't accept genetic modification techniques. So they consider genetic modification as something unnatural. We are playing, as a scientist, we are playing with the God. So genetic modification bacteria, when first introduced in 1970s, then scientists have to face many intrinsic ethical objections. So now today genetic modified crops became a reality. The second main category is the risk to the environment. Now, once the gene is escaped, they can pass on to other species, as a result of which species can become resistant to those genes. Apart from this, there is interaction with these genes can occur at an cell level, at a gene level, or at an ecosystem level. So interactions might occur at gene, at cell, plant level, or at an ecosystem level. Now herbicide tolerance plants have been developed and they are commercially available today. But the main problem regarding these crops is that these genes flow into the weeds, resulting in the formation of superweeds. Superweeds are those weeds that become resistant to such genes. So there are environmental problems. Another risk to the environment is that genes can mutate when we insert them into the human beings, into the animals, or into the plants. So it is not compulsory that gene which is inserted is always advantageous for the plant. It can have some harmful effects. For example, artificial insertion of genes can destabilize the organism. Whether it is animal or plant, gene insertion occur artificially, it can destabilize the plant, and again it encourages mutation. Mutation means any change in the genetic material. Another risk to the environment are the sleeper genes. जब हम genes introduce कराते हैं plants में through the technique of genetic engineering, then sometimes sleeper genes are switched on. The function of these genes in a normal crop is that whenever there is harsh condition, for example in case of acidic environment, in case of high temperature, these sleeper genes are switched on. लेकिन अगर जेनेटिकली मॉडिफाइड क्रॉप में जीन इंसर्शन के जरिए ये स्लीपर जीन्स स्विच ऑन हो गई हैं तो एक्टिव जीन्स साइलेंट हो जाएंगी. सो अगेन रिस्क टू द एनवायरनमेंट इज देयर. So genetically modified organisms can breed, they can compete with the wild species. So again the risk is there because gene can flow and can affect the whole web. Now there is a potential risk to the non-target species such as birds, pollinators and even the microorganisms. जब horizontal flow gene की बात की जाती है, actually there are two types of gene flow, horizontal and vertical. हम genetic modification pollen में जब बात करते हैं, we always talk about the horizontal gene transfer. Now, when the genes from the genetically modified crops are transferred to the bee's gut, it results in the formation of superbugs. It means that they become resistant to these genetically modified pollens. Then novel gene sequences have been introduced now in plants, fungi, soil and human bacteria because of all these techniques of genetic engineering. Another risk to the environment is that there is a fear that because of the widespread use of genetically modified crops, insects become resistant to genetically modified organisms. Bacteria can become resistant to genetically modified crops, and even when the bacteria become resistant to genetically modified genes, then what happens? It becomes very difficult to treat such microorganisms. The third category is the risk to human health. There can be transfer of allergenic genes. For example, the genes which are inserted into the plants may be allergic to humans. इसके लिए जब भी कोई genetically modified crop कमर्शियल यूज़ के लिए आगे जाती है मार्केट में, देन FDA हैज़ टू परफॉर्म फूड एलर्जिक एनालिसिस टेस्ट. इसके अलावा देयर इज़ मिक्सिंग ऑफ GM प्रोडक्ट्स इन द कन्वेंशनल फूड प्रोडक्ट्स which are the non-GM version and even in the food chain because of the gene flow. For example, genetically modified maize जो कि आप एनिमल फीड के तौर पे इस्तेमाल करते हैं, जब यही एनिमल्स इंसान खाते हैं तो जेनेटिकली मॉडिफाइड मेज उनके अंदर भी ह्यूमन बीइंग्स के अंदर भी चले जाते हैं. सो देयर इज अ फ्लो ऑफ जीन्स फ्रॉम एनिमल्स टू ह्यूमन बीइंग्स. सो these genetically modified genes can be consumed by human beings accidentally. The fourth category is the risk to socio-economic economics of any country. There is transfer of antibiotic resistance among bacteria. अगर बैक्टीरिया उन जीन्स के अगेंस्ट एंटीबायोटिक रेजिस्टेंट हो गए and these bacteria are pathogenic to human beings, then it becomes very difficult to treat such bacteria that are causing human infections. इसके अलावा सोशियो इकोनॉमिक फैक्टर जो कि बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट है, दैट इज़ लॉस ऑफ फार्मर्स जो कि स्मॉल स्केल पे हैं, जेनेटिक मॉडिफिकेशन टेक्निक की वजह से ना कि उनकी वेलबींग का ध्यान रखा जा रहा है, ना कि उन्हें जस्टिस प्रोवाइड की जा रही है, बल्कि उनकी ऑटोनॉमी का भी ख्याल नहीं किया जा सक रहा. So they have no access to plant materials, especially to genetically modified products in developing countries, because these are quite expensive products, especially the seeds. Another issue in developing countries is that the gene product is not patent. So again, there is a risk that the genes can flow and they enter into the food chain.